channel. If you're new here, my name is Sasha and I eat things most of the time. It seems to be that the focus these days are eating and cooking, specifically Japanese inspired things, and I like to sometimes take a break from doing that by eating instant ramen. Ramen is my favorite food. I am not ashamed. It used to be sushi, but as it turns out, my access to sushi is quite limited, and ramen is a lot easier to make and eat. So in addition to trying my own ramen recipes and kind of perfecting that art, I've been trying a lot of instant ramen, and I like to do that through a subscription service called Zenpop. Not sponsored Zenpop, but I'm just saying I would like to get to know you. If this is your first time watching one of my Zenpop ramen subscription box reviews, I eat and rank all 7 of the ramen on 4 categories. We're talking packaging, we're talking broth, we're talking toppings, and we're talking noodles. Does it match? Does it carry the soup well? Is it a good chew? Is it a good time? Did it rehydrate well? And all of those things considered, we give it an average score, and then I tell you which one I think is the best out of the box. Maybe one day we'll have an epic showdown, but that would require a lot of work on my part. I have a dirty secret, and I'm very sorry to break the news to you in this way, but I have somehow fallen behind on eating my instant ramen boxes. I don't think this is any real fault of my own. It could be, but all of a sudden boxes started arriving rapidly. I think the postal service caught up right before Christmas, and I had 2 whole boxes, so 14 whole instant ramens to try, and in no time to eat it, because throughout December I was doing a lot of cooking, a lot of Vlogmas, and I just didn't have enough stomach capacity to eat all of the ramen in these ramen boxes, so I didn't even open them. I just finished my last box actually a couple days ago. And as I was finishing that last box, I went downstairs from my work desk to see a 3rd box had arrived. So I don't know. I'm not really sure what months these are. I've had a few instances where customs has claimed most of my box, so I'm not sure which months these are. I'm not sure what themes these are. I'm not sure in which order they arrived any longer. So I'm gonna do what I want to do, because this is my channel and I am the boss here, and I'm gonna pick the box to start with that has an interesting difference. Each box comes marked with like a little batch number, right? No big deal. They've never been highlighted before, and it's never said bonus before. And I think some subscription boxes do this thing where some lucky people get a different crate. So under the impression that might be a possibility, I'm gonna open this one first. So let's open it up and see what we've got. All right. Oh, yay! Okay, so this is the flavors from Beyond October pack. It's got a lot of real fun options. I love this. It does look like I was the bonus winner. There is a pack of apple pie Kit Kats in here. I absolutely love these. If you watch my Tokyo treat box, you'll know I got another pack of them. So I'm super glad to have more of them. Okay, that appears to be my bonus prize. Thank you, Zenpop. That's so fun. I've never won a bonus prize before. Another real fun thing Zenpop's doing is this month's stationery. I'm not even sure when this will release because it takes me a while to eat all of these, but this month's stationery kit is a collaboration with an artist I followed for a long time. I think it's through Denise, but I will put the ats here for you and in the description box as well, so that way you can check them out. It's real pastel, vaporwave, Tokyo, Japan, nostalgia, Sailor Moon, bright, sunny, happy art. Now that we figured out the surprise bonus, I am gonna jump right into the ramen. Our first ramen is this Tongorashimen or Umakara tomato and cheese ramen. I have been disappointed by tomato ramens in the past. However, I have been promised that this one is a spicy boy. I love spicy food. I'm still learning to get used to it. My tolerance is increasing. Apparently this goes up to like 580 something Scoville, and there's jalapeno peppers massaged into the noodles. So I am super excited to try these, and I hope that the spiciness helps tone down any tomato-y-ness that I don't enjoy. Love tomatoes, just don't like tomato ramen for some reason. But future Sasha, you just let me know. Hola, ramen desu. Sorry, I'm practicing my Japanese. Alright, so we've got the spicy ramen, and I was told that the more of this you add, the spicier it gets. And you know what? It's 2021, so it really didn't feel like all that much. It goes up to 600 Scoville. I am, like I said, getting adjusted to spice. It is a tomato-based ramen. Let's start at the top. Packaging, I don't know, gets like a 9. This is great packaging. Love a good spooky. Let's dive into the, okay. I'm gonna do toppings last because like if it's not spicy, then the spicy, ooh, the scary spicy thing like wasn't really like a thing. So let's do noodles. These are the flat and curly ones. Very good, very good. Let's do a broth. I am detecting a slight spice. It's like mildly uncomfortable. It's like when you eat a jalapeno popper with like the cream cheese in it, kind of uncomfortable. So noodles I'm gonna give a 6.2 because they do get kind of soggy kind of fast. I think it's well suited to this ramen. You should eat it pretty quickly. The broth, I'll give it a 7.2. Yeah, I'll give it a 7.2. The toppings, I'll go ahead and give it 8.2 because it is something that's like novel and fun and you can control your spice level. I get it. That sounds exciting. But this honestly isn't like super spicy, so it's okay. Sometimes that's not enjoyable. Overall, this ramen gets a... Back to you, Past Sasha. The second ramen in the October box is this pork curry udon. I want to know what I did to get so lucky. I love curry. I love curry udon. I love Japanese curry in its entirety. And then to have the pork element, that richness added to it, like I bet this is gonna be super, super delicious. Very umai. I just like, look how creamy it looks. Yeah. All right, future Sasha, let me know. Time for some udon. This is the curry one. It smells really great. The cats think they're getting tuna. I'm gonna go ahead and give the toppings like a 10. There's this dehydrated meat substance that like really came back to life. And it's good, it's beef, maybe. This is the weirdest topping. It was like beef jerky has a real life. But anyway, the packaging, we'll give it a 6. It's not something that's gonna grab my attention, but it does look pretty sleek. This is an udon noodle dish, so these are a little thin, flat for udon, but I understand the dehydration process is kind of knowing. They're really good though. They're pretty chewy. So we'll give them like 7.5. That's a good time. It's a good time. And then the broth, which is a curry broth, which is my favorite flavor, so high expectations. It's a little weak sauce from some of the other curry udons I've had in my life, so we'll give it a 6. But yeah, back to you, Past Sasha. The next ramen is this men shokunin hot and sour noodles. It's a black vinegar for the sour, so I'm pretty excited about that. My concern is that this is definitely the kanji for person or nin on this box. Are there people in this? Is this people soup? Soylent Green is people. Sweet and sour is a thing I really hated as a child, but have grown to love as an adult. So let me know how you like this, future Sasha. All right, we got the ramen. This ramen looks phenomenal. Look how delicious this looks. I'm gonna go ahead and give the toppings a 10 just because it's so bright, beautiful. It's got that hot chili oil, or what appears to be hot chili oil on the top of it. The packaging is pink, so you know it's gonna get an automatic 10 from me. It's very cute. Is it 2 10s in a row? All right, the noodles are very thin, which is hit or miss for me. So let's give them the best chance at dunking some sauce and You know, I don't love them, but it works with the soup, so we're gonna give them an 8. They look pretty healthy. big quotation marks on healthy. And last but not least, let's give this sauce, this broth a try. It's kind of the weakest part of the ramen. It might be that I'm not a hot and sour fan. So if you are, you might feel very differently about it, but I'm gonna give it a 5. Final score, and back to you, Sasha. I am super excited about this 4th ramen. It is a tofu ramen in a soy milk broth with chicken shio. I've never seen tofu in a ramen before. Instant miso pack, sure, but never in a ramen. Very excited. The packet on top is a yuzu seasoning, which should cut the creaminess of the soy milk. This is very cool. This is so cool. Let me know how you like it, future Sasha. Today's ramen is the tofu ramen. I'm having an existential crisis because has tofu always been spelled tofu? Because in America, we don't put this U in it. Anyway, packaging. It's a beautiful light blue. I think this is a refreshing thing. It feels a little bit healthier if it's not, but you know, it's trendy. Health is trendy, right? So I'm gonna give the packaging an 8. I think that's fun. The noodles, oh, let's do toppings first. It's got legitimately like little toafs on it, little tofus. Honestly, that didn't reconstitute super well. I think the idea was there, so we'll give it a 7. I added the yuzu packet. I did not expect it to be quite as dark as it was, but let's see if it gives it a refreshing taste. Noodles seem to be a little bit thicker than others, and paler, if that's possible. I think there's like salt in the noodles, like more than normal. That's interesting. I like them. I'll give them a 7 as well, just because they're a little bit softer to the bite than I would have preferred. Now let's try this chicken fat soy milk yuzu broth. Doesn't pack a lot of punch, but it does feel very healthy. We'll give it a 7 as well. Average score. And back to you, Sasha. Our 5th ramen is a super fun, another one of those restaurant collaboration type things where a restaurant has packaged its ramen to be take-homeable or buy on the shelfable. It's actually a chuka soba, which is the first like kind of ramen that made its way to Japan from China, and it's from a restaurant called Wa Dining Sino. So that is super fun. I cannot wait to see it. It's from the Wakayama Prefecture. Let me know how you like it, future Sasha. All right, it is time for some fancy ramen. This packaging is gonna get a 9 because it is textured. It's shiny, it's luxurious, it feels rich. Let's dive right into this ramen. Okay, so the noodles have a good bite to them. They're well flavored. I really like those. I'll give them an 8. For toppings, there are some things on here that I have not seen on a ramen before. I think there are a variety of mushrooms. Yep. So I'm gonna give it an 8 for excitement of toppings. No higher because there wasn't very many of them. And last but not least, let's give this broth a try. It was pretty clear, like a light brown color, until I added the sauce packet, and now it's a very rich dark color. I can just tell the flavor was amplified by that sauce packet. All right, the broth is actually really great. It is, the word that comes to mind is calm. It's like rich, but calm. It's not like super savory, it's not super heavy or super fatty. It's very well balanced. I really like that ramen broth and the noodles and the toppings and the design. I'm gonna give this ramen broth an 8. Yeah, an 8, just because it doesn't make me go because that would be a higher score. This is an impressive experience. If I got this at a restaurant with like proper toppings, I would not be disappointed. Back to you, Sasha. The 6th ramen in this pack, forgive me, it is Wada is the company. The company's goal is to bring local flavors to the world. The flavor that we're enjoying is mie, and the flavor itself is ise-ebe miso. So ise-ebe is apparently like this Japanese spiny lobster. Ebe means shrimp, so I think that's very interesting, or can mean shrimp, I guess. And I love miso ramen, and I'm very excited to try this. And it's like a very fun cup design, and I don't know. Are we gonna get little lobster bits in our ramen? Let me know, future Sasha. It's lobster time. There's legitimately dehydrated pieces of lobster on this. Check it out. It looks so good. I'm had to. All right, while the texture is a little wild, it does taste like lobster, so that's really exciting. I'm gonna give the toppings a 10 just because it is luxury. I'm gonna give the packaging an 8 because it reminds me of Dragon Ball Z. Yes, that's the scoring criteria. Let's try these noodles. They're different and I like that. They're a little eggier. Am I making that up? Than a typical noodle. They are like a little bit more firm than I think is reasonable. So I'll give the noodles a 6. Let's give this miso broth a shot. It's very rich and the seafood isn't lost. So I really appreciate that. I will give the broth an 8 as well. Here's the total score. And back to you, past Sasha. And the yakisoba from this box is actually a tartar sauce yakisoba. I got really excited because I thought it was gonna be katsu, but it's just the mayonnaise or the tartar itself. This can go one or two ways. I talked real mad game about the mustard mayo one and then ended up really liking it. So I'm not gonna make any judgments quite yet. Tartar sauce is not a condiment I typically go to unless I'm eating like a fried fish sandwich. So I'm just excited to see how this works out. Let me know, future Sasha! Whoa, yakisoba time. I'm in the middle of cooking beef Wellington and needed a little bit of a snack, so I thought we'd get this tartar mayo yakisoba a try. The packaging automatically gets like a 9 because of its ingenuity. It's got the add water on one side, strain on the other. I've shown it in other videos. However, the toppings get a 5 because it's just like 6 pieces of dehydrated cabbage. Sorry. Let's give the noodles and the sauce coating seasoning a rating. Okay, I didn't expect to like tartar mayo flavored yakisoba. It's actually really good. It's pretty savory. The furikake really brings like a kind of umami through the seaweed pieces, and then the tartar is like pretty understated. Yeah, it's really good. I feel like this would be a really yummy, savory meal to have. And I am having it. Here is the total score. And I'll send it back to you, past Sasha. Big shout out to future Sasha for reviewing all of these ramens. That was super sweet of you. How dare you eat all those ramen without me? Can you let us know what the overall winner was? Is it this one? I thought that one was very good as well. Very unique, very tasty. I was also surprised. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a like. And if you want to see more Zenpop Tokyo treats, subscription box reviews, / whatever else comes to my brain, please feel free to do that. Did I say subscribe?